Fascinating. Mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
We are live.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody, one and all, to No Sleep, the podcast.
Good to be here.
A great comedy podcast. I am AJ Simmons, 1/3 of this comedy podcast. And I got a couple jokes for you to get us warmed up, you know?
Yeah.
Get the juices flowing.
Yeah.
Juice it up.
I like when the juices are flowing.
Mm-hmm.
You know me.
Juicy fruit.
That's what they called me in high school. As I'm growing and getting older and trying to forge strong relationships with the ones that I love, I'm learning that everybody has their quirks. And apparently my quirk is that I hate that about people.
Yes.
Moving on. A rather aggressive water buffalo escaped and went on a 4-day rampage in the Des Moines city limits this past week.
It's true.
Responding officers were asked by the creature's owner to kill the animal because it was mean and they wanted to eat it. That is a direct quote. The responding officer informed them that they could not and would not put down animals unless it posed a threat to the public. The water buffalo later said it thought Chapel Roan was overrated. It was shot to death. Considered a threat to the public.
Yeah. I see. Yes.
Big time.
It's my topical stuff I'm working on.
I got one.
That's it for me, folks.
Do I have a stupid one? Did you guys see Matt Stutzman or maybe Stutzman? The Iowa archer with no arms.
Oh, yes.
He took gold in the Paris Paralympics.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Good for him, I say. But I could still take him in the arm wrestling competition and the whacking off competition.
That's a twofer.
Yeah. And never forget, 99% of dudes whack off, and the other 1% don't have arms.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's just math.
That's what I got.
That was Tolma Grain, by the way. I don't know if we talked. Yeah. Spelled M-C-G.
Oh, I heard a good dad joke today.
Yes.
Let's see. How's it go? What's the worst thing to hear while giving Willie Nelson a blowjob?
What is the worst thing to hear while giving Willie Nelson a blowjob? I don't know. What?
I'm not Willie Nelson.
I'm doing this for nothing.
That would be worse.
Just some homeless guy then. Or something.
Oh, man. Yeah. At least be famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway. I felt like that was a pretty good round of jokes, actually.
Not bad.
You just heard yours on the street, Alex?
Yeah. I heard it at a picnic today.
I was invited to that picnic. I did not make it in time.
I took a nap. I feel bad.
Yeah.
The ladies left the house, and I was like, I could
You
go
immediately
have
fell on
some
the
fun.
floor and passed out.
Yeah. I was like, or
Yeah,
I could
just collapsed.
go to sleep. Yeah.
Little peace and quiet.
Yeah.
How long a nap did you get out of it?
Let's see. I did some stuff before.
He did some stuff. I know what that means. He was by himself.
I did probably do that. Who knows? It was meant to be like an hour, and then I kept hitting snooze, and I was like, fuck it, and turned the snooze off and
Let her rip.
Yep. Then AJ stopped. The dog was barking,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the hell's going on? And I went and looked. I saw AJ walking down the sidewalk. I was like, hey,
Come back.
yeah. So we chatted for a little while.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Hung out on the stoop for
Yep.
a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But the sunlight was sort of burning this side of my bald head. And I was like,
Yeah, the tree is mostly gone.
yeah,
So
there's no...
The sun was shining brightly.
Oh, is it mostly gone now?
It's well, I mean, depends on what
All
you
the
call
canopy is
mostly.
gone.
Yeah, the canopy is gone.
So the trunk is still there.
The trunk, along with many limbs coming off the trunk, it's like a skeleton of a tree.
Right.
Yeah.
It was last time I saw it.
Yeah.
So
But he got rid of all the stuff in the yard today, and some of the stuff in the neighbor's yard. The neighbor's the neighbor landlord had a talking to me yesterday.
I bet.
Oh, really?
It was pretty exciting. She was like, "No one talked to us about any of this." Well, I was like, "He didn't talk to you? He said he was going to talk to you. I don't fucking know. I don't know." She's like, "These people moved out. I'm trying to rent this apartment." I was like, "Oh Christ!"
Good.
But yeah,
Good talk.
yeah. So I mean, she has every right. And
Yeah.
there's
Because you're
still.
putting sticks in the yard, basically.
I mean, massive logs. Yeah, in what is a parking
Yeah.
spot.
Also
for
the
that
tree,
apartment.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
My brain was running
That
around
was a
looking
thinker,
for that.
Yeah. It was a thinker.
Toll's taking dumps.
Yeah.
Massive
Oh.
logs.
I wish for massive logs.
You
But
pray.
yeah. And then he said he was done. And I was like, "You ain't done, dog. There's still like half a tree in my
Shit.
neighbor's yard." Yeah. But we have no leverage now because he's doing it for free.
Right.
Yeah, you can't really threaten him with non-payment
Yeah.
if it's free. Mm-hmm. Boy, this guy's a real pro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, good
I'll
work.
tell you.
You gonna write him a review on Yelp?
I might, once it's the other massive logs are gone. You just wait.
Yeah, is he just going to leave like a stump for you?
No, I think he's leaving it.
I think we're all gonna wait and find out.
Yeah, it's going to be where it is. Hopefully, he gets rid of all the wood, but we're probably.
Oh, it's not going to go beyond what it is now.
I highly doubt it.
Really? Mm-hmm. It is a girthy tree. I mean,
It is,
take a lot
and
of
you
work.
look at how much wood is there versus what's still left of the tree. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever.
Hmm.
At least it's mostly done, and now the backyard is usable again.
Yeah. You have this weird scarecrow skeleton of a tree.
That's what several years ago after the derecho, that's what every tree in Cedar Rapids looked like. When I was driving around there, it was pretty insane.
Yeah, I guess I didn't get a look quite like you probably did driving around.
But now mine's the only one in the neighborhood that looks like that.
You have the derecho tree now.
I do. So I'm pretty cool, you might say.
Yeah. Making landlords happy across this U.S.
That's right.
That is goddamn right. I know we haven't done this in a while, but Shiloh, you might notice on our sort of live section, there is a little eye that can be turned on.
Yes.
That says Miri face. I wanted to show you two, what I woke up to, the face that I woke up to this morning. You can feel free to bring it up whenever. Whenever on your end, Shiloh. You see that?
I do see that.
That's a disgruntled cat I woke up to.
Absolutely is.
I sort of was like, woke up like that. And that was her.
On your chest?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was very funny.
Well, it's up now. I like
Yes.
What was her problem? What you need?
Food?
Yeah, I think it's just beef.
It's like, Dad, get up, you fucking asshole.
Yeah. It's all just kind of on their terms. And then that led me down a whole rabbit hole. I won't get into too much of it. But I was like, how did I wind up with this thing? Like, I'm like, it's sort of ungrateful to me a lot of the time.
Yeah,
I wake
yeah.
up to a face like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that deep down she loves me and obviously depends on me
Yeah.
and thinks I'm really cool. But my research turns out it's like, I think 10,000 years ago.
Yeah.
They think cats basically domesticated
Themselves as
Yeah.
opposed to dogs. That
Yeah. Well, they're sort of cunning enough that they're like, yeah, this is like I get my beak wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll eat garbage scraps and mice, and if they figured that if they're like cute and cuddly, we'd keep them around.
They only meow for people.
Yeah.
Yes, that was another
And
thing.
that's what they develop is like, oh, meow,
Yeah.
I'm a little
I'm
cutie.
cute.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow,
Give me a
meow,
little
meow.
fishy.
Well, they say it's them essentially impersonating the cries of babies.
Yeah.
Which is creepy.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Just hijacking our brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you see a face like that first thing in the morning, you're like, yeah, this thing is clearly plotting my death at
Yeah.
all times.
I had a similar experience, except it was with the child. And I was like on Saturday morning, he's like, time to get up. I was like, what? No. I was like, wake up your mom. He's like, she's already up. I was like, oh, what are you? Please don't do this. I was like, no. But yeah, got to get up. At that point.
It's time to get up,
Yeah.
Daddy time. But then it was probably fun, right?
Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. And then I hang out for a little while, and I'm like, all right, Daddy's going back to bed.
See you in a couple hours.
Yeah. Everyone settled? Okay.
Oh, I
see
can
you
remember
later.
those days of it's like 10:30 and you're like, everyone's cool. And he's like, I'm going to sneak away. And then you
Yeah.
instantly fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But you're doing it.
I'm doing it. Pretty crazy. Back to work tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's the day.
Oof.
Go back to the workforce.
Working man.
Yeah. I thought I might be looking forward to it, like a little. But
See the old D boys, you know,
that I'm looking forward
get
to.
around.
Yeah.
But then at the end, you're like,
See the open road again.
Yeah, that I don't really mind either.
can't wait
I
to
suppose.
clean those beer lines like you wouldn't believe.
Boy, I could do without that.
They're just waiting for you.
Any of the working part, like seeing the boys and driving around, I'm into that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking stocking beer shelves and lifting kegs, it's gonna be hard too, man. Whew.
Oh, yeah. A little bit out of shape. Got
Yeah.
a little rust on you.
Yeah, buddy.
On
I'm like
them
the Tin
bones.
Man. I've been lubing myself with ice cream.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna
Cardio
be
might
tough.
not be what it
Yeah.
once was.
Yeah. So
My work shirt's fitting a little tight.
yeah.
Really filling out those jackets.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's almost fall though.
Yeah, I say it's about to be beefy boy season.
It is.
Oh, it is.
Thank God.
I can finally put my hoodie on, then no one will know I'm fat again.
Yes.
It's true, man.
It's an unbeatable system.
It's the invisibility cloak for fat
It
guys.
is.
Yeah.
Throw that baby on.
Beard and a hoodie.
Yeah.
No
beard
one
and-
knows.
You don't
No one
know.
knows nothing.
Right.
I just lost
I'm actually
90
in
pounds.
great shape. Yes.
Don't touch me.
Yes. Yes, sir.
That used to be a great joke. I made my uncle laugh super hard at a funeral one time when I was a big boy, when I was a big beefy boy, $3 bills. I
Three bill
"Man,
boy.
I told him, because he was a jacked guy. This was many years ago. I said, I'm fucking 210 pounds of solid muscle. And he was like, what? Oh yeah, the problem is I weigh 300 pounds. Yeah.
But the first 200.
Yeah. Yep. It's a whole classic.
That is an old classic. I love it. It's accurate as ever.
Sorry, I'm writing down 3 bill boy.
Oh yeah.
That might have to be the title.
Yep.
3 bill boy, the Tolman Grain story.
$3 bill boy Baggins.
Yeah. I feel like I've never heard. What was
Big
the
fat guy in the Shire.
like? Did you have a?
3 Bilbo Baggins. The news desk is loving it over there. Dave's the news desk. We
Yes.
decided. Any breaking news, I get it from the
Yes.
news desk over there.
Right. Our man in the field. My mind was reeling, trying to come up with a good Lord of the Rings reference afterwards.
Struck out.
Correct. So now I just have to acknowledge the pathetic.
Gandalf, the big fat guy. Gandalf, the great big
Right.
fat guy.
That I kind of like. Gandalf, the great big fat
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Great big fat guy.
Yes. Instead of orcs, they could be orbs.
Yeah, okay. I
I
like
don't
this.
fucking know. Yeah.
It's like Lord of the Rings, but it's fat.
Yeah.
PH.
Yeah. Like the clumps. Mm-hmm. But you do it Lord of the Rings
fatties,
style.
the fatties fart 3.
Yes. I need to. That's on the rewatch list.
Little Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
overdue for that. But speaking of 3 bill boy, I don't think we've ever really talked about like what was your approach to getting that fat?
I
everyone
was
has their own way,
landscaping. I was a landscaper. I was young. in my early 20s. And then
what's
I was
surprising.
actually after the beatdown at the house
yes.
that Danny T loves so well. I broke my hand and I couldn't landscape because punching that no parking sign. And then I couldn't landscape anymore. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was getting unemployment checks. And I just was like,
Just a little idle time.
yeah, I just eat
Yeah.
whatever I wanted, and I did. Just did whatever I wanted.
But there wasn't a certain thing you lean towards, like ice cream drinking.
No, it was just.
Take
I mean,
out
it was
Chinese.
drinking it was drinking, and it was. I don't have any
Crushing a Jack's
specifics.
pizza or two.
At that
Blacking out on
time,
Four Loko.
because I would have lived at home. I think by that time.
Post Brown.
So that would means there was just always food, also
Right.
that I didn't pay for most of. You know.
So free food.
Yeah. And it was just like, all right, cool. I remember going to a Super Bowl party for a sister's friend of mine in pajama pants.
Like the
And I
dude.
saw a picture and I was like, whoa,
You
baby.
got taekwondo shoes
Yeah.
on too.
And I was like, what do you got to eat? Yeah.
Big fat holes here, everyone.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
That
Yeah.
was fun. It was, I mean,
Breaks through the wall like Kool-Aid, man.
so that was, I don't know, it was a good time.
I mean, fat times usually are good time. You know, I find.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe not mentally always, but
Right.
like all the eating.
It depends. I mean, I
Yeah.
had a girlfriend at the time, and I didn't have a job. I was
There was a Mrs. Three Bill Bag.
there was, and yeah, never met. It didn't even.
Never came up.
I didn't even think about it really until later when I did.
Yeah, is it only in retrospect, or did you have like a watershed moment that made you want to like lose the weight?
No, I mean the breakup. I would definitely say, and then I got jacked. It was the same toll
Same
system
cycle.
I always
Same.
use. Yeah.
The toll
The
system.
toll
the,
system.
The toll healthcare system is
Very controversial.
Yeah, and then it's kind of like me
It's ahead of its time.
getting movie roles. Instead of movie roles, I get girlfriends, and then I get actual roles, and then they dump me or I dump them, and then I lose a bunch of weight.
Rinse and repeat.
And then one of the last times, it just kind of stayed off for the most part.
Just stuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm currently in a
Bulking phase.
bulking phase, but it's not. I'm not going to let it go too crazy. And then I've done so much manual labor since then that it never gets to take fully.
Yeah.
If I got another 6 weeks, you guys would be
Yeah.
shocked.
You used to kick things up a notch at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes it feels good to be bad.
that's right. Like now that I got a family, I have to whack off in the living room.
Feels good to be bad.
Sarah's going to love that one.
Does she still listen?
Yeah. Every
Wow.
time. Probably right now. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
Come get your man.
Yeah.
He's
Ellie's
talking-
probably listening right now.
Yeah. Once we get the Whack Shack done, it'll
Yep.
be different.
Yeah, about ready to start implementing that plan, huh?
Well, I mean, it's going to be because with the baby, the Whack Shack / Vaporium. And I think I better get a sign, like with crooked letters.
neon.
Like a kid's treehouse in the movies. It's Whack Shack Vaporium.
The S is backwards.
Yeah, I'll get
Adorable.
Vaporium in neon and Whack Shack in crooked letters. Yeah,
Yeah. I think we can do that.
yeah,
We've got enough creatives in this room.
Yeah.
Alex has
Yeah.
a fine art degree.
That's right.
that's right.
Totally
That's
make
true.
this happen.
Yes. That would be sweet.
Yeah. If this room's a rockin', don't open the door. You're going to need a lot of therapy in a few years.
You see a big, hungry, uncircumcised snake.
That's right.
Yeah. You've entered the lair.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's maritime law in here.
That's right.
Anything goes.
International waters.
Yeah. The Whack Shack slash Vaporium.
Knock before entry.
Usually middle-aged men like make it like, you know, a little man cave so they can watch football and stuff like that.
Right.
Cole has no time for football.
No.
That's yeah, it's true.
But that's part of growing up is you have to like learn how to restructure and reschedule your
Yeah.
whacking off.
It does.
That's
I think it
growing up.
will be. It is. That is growing up.
Yes,
I
sir.
guess, is that a Blink 182 song?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess this is growing up.
I guess
Sounds
this
like
is
one.
whacking off.
Yeah.
It's one of their later hits.
Yeah.
It's an Angels and Airwaves song, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Not the Angels Airways. Hell yeah. I was so diehard a fan at that point that I was like, yeah, I'll get into it. And I really tried to vibe with like a couple songs, and then you're like, this sucks.
You're a big Blink fan?
Yeah, there for a little while. I loved Travis Barker, big drum inspiration.
Okay.
I just like that he was so crossover. He was kind of a, you know, like more of a mainstream famous drummer.
Yeah.
Compared to most, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
There's not that many.
That's like
So
I always think it's weird. What's the other Pete Wentz? What band is he in?
Fall Out Boy.
Fall Out Boy. It's weird that he's more like everyone knows who Pete Wentz is, and he's not even the lead singer of Fall Out Boy.
No.
He's like the guitarist, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
A few times he does vocals in songs, and it's really bad.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
funny.
See, I'm generationally Blink 182. I think I'm just.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of grew up with
But
it
I
almost.
still like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
don't
you have
waste
to
your
be-
time on me. You're already a voice inside my head.
I wish I could tell you I didn't listen to that song 600 times when I got
Yeah,
broken
Of
up
course
with.
you did.
But
Where are you?
And I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I thought they were funny. Like their videos were
I
like
cannot
kind of funny.
sleep. I cannot dream
Yeah,
tonight.
but they weren't funny at all. Yeah,
Now, some of the videos were
the videos were funny.
kind of wacky.
Yeah, but then you listen to the lyrics, and I was like, these guys are fucking pussy.
Yeah, it's definitely not like hardcore
Yeah,
punk.
yeah.
Like, it's not like those
Yeah.
kind of guys. It's
Like emo punk
yeah, especially
with dudes that really can't sing.
no.
That hasn't
Yeah.
stopped a lot of bands.
It doesn't stop any. I mean, when you
Yeah.
think about popular music,
You sweeten
if
it
somebody
in the
can,
studio. a
like
little.
nobody can really sing. There's like some exceptions.
There's like
but,
six
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's like 6 dudes and 10 ladies that
Yeah,
can sing.
10 ladies with giant noses that can like really sing,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
a couple of pretty ugly guys
yeah.
like Randy Newman and
Randy Newman. All right, yeah, I suppose. I think he was. Yeah,
Small people.
yeah, no
Yeah.
reason to live.
or he just sings what's happening.
Well, that's like the greatest Mad TV sketch I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Is the one
Will
where
Sasso.
it's Will Sasso as Randy Newman,
Yeah.
and he collabs with Rob Zombie,
Okay.
I saw that recently.
and they collab to do the soundtrack for Star Wars. But Randy Newman does the Randy Newman
Yeah.
thing where he's like, Star Wars. Oh, Star Wars. You know, he's just like saying
Yeah.
the titles of things.
Yeah.
Because he's sort of vaguely, like generically about
Yeah.
the movie every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like none of those Toy Story movies really are like about the toy. You know, when you listen
You
to the
got a
lyrics.
friend in
Yeah,
me.
it's kind of
Yeah.
general.
Yeah.
It's non-specific. It's a great sketch.
There were Will Sasso had some killer sketches on old SNL. I just saw
really good.
Sarah and I are watching The Sopranos again, and
I caught a little today, too.
the
They're rewriting-
Sopranos edited for Network Sopranos sketch.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
they just show like it's Will Sasso and one of the ladies from, and it'll just go for about 8 seconds, and they cut to a scene like 20 minutes later. That's pretty funny.
Matt TV had some bangers.
Kenny Rogers Jackass. That was good stuff. They also had one of my favorite sketches of all time was the Terminator gets sent back to protect Jesus from getting crucified.
Oh,
Oh my god, that was a
That sounds like a
banger,
Toll
dude.
McGrain
Oh, it was
script.
hilarious.
it does.
He's like, you don't understand. I have to die. Yeah, the Terminator won't let him.
You're with me now. I wish I would have been able to really experience the Terminator like as a sensation because I feel like that was big, right?
Huge.
Oh, yeah. Terminator 2 especially.
Terminator, because
2 was
the
like
first one was
the knockout punch.
Yeah.
the first one was like a low budget
Kind of a
movie
sleeper.
that did better than anyone expected it to.
Yeah.
Right.
And then James Cameron was like, "How much money will you give me to make the second one?" And they're like, "All the money. Have as much as
That was
you want."
basically James Cameron's move was
Yeah.
how much money can we
Yeah.
pump into this?
Right.
And he would innovate. I mean, that. The
Oh, yeah, I
fucking
know he used
liquid
it.
metal.
I mean, he used it.
Because I was 11, I think, when Terminator 2 came out, maybe 10.
Damn,
And that was
okay.
fucking. And I remember watching it. I couldn't go see it in theaters, but I remember watching it at my buddy's house on VHS and being
Laser
fucking
disc.
scared as shit and blown away. But like
By the metal.
the nuclear explosion when she's holding onto the fence,
The skeleton.
turns into a skeleton. It's like, oh. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, scared the shit out of
I
me.
have to go home now.
Yeah. That was always a move, watching movies that were way too scary for me at my friend's
Oh
house.
yeah, I went over to my dirtbag friend's house where the
exactly.
parents weren't paying any attention. We watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2,
Yep.
and I'm like, we watched Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and Full Metal Jacket.
Oh,
I'm like, well, I'm
wonderful.
mentally ill now from watching that, and I'm never going to be the same.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on me. I'll see you in like
Yeah.
18 years, guys, because my brain is broken
Yeah.
right now.
I remember watching
I should not have done this.
the first Nightmare on Elm
Oh,
Street
God.
and The Exorcist in the same night,
Oh,
and
yeah.
being like,
Trauma double
just like,
feature.
yeah. And then none of us slept. We were fucking terrified,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how long I was terrified.
I remember doing those like the Bloody Mary thing where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
go in the bathroom with the lights off and look in the mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times or you're a pussy.
Yep.
Then I remember going and going, Bloody Mary, and then running out real quick. And
Peeing
then
your pants.
I remember fully thinking I'm seeing something too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know?
that night being like, I'm not scared. I'm just going to go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, yeah. So
Mom,
scared.
can I come sleep with
Yeah.
you?
Get back in bed.
Yeah. You're 17 years old.
Dude, I think I saw Blair Witch Project when I was 17 years old in theaters.
yeah.
And you were
I
like,
drove home from
"Mom?"
the theater like 90 miles per hour. I was like, I was so fucking scared. Yeah, dude. I
You don't
was
dare
so
look in your
scared.
rearview mirror.
Woo. Driving home from River Hills
You look in the
downtown.
rear view and it's that picture of Miri.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Damn, I was scared. I
the
still
Blair
do.
Witch still kind of scares me, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, now
The found footage aspect.
I was fully, me and my buddies were all completely convinced by another one of our buddies that was fully convinced that it was real, that it was really real. Like it was fully real. Like they were releasing this found footage movie in theaters.
Right.
That's
That
how the
people
world
died
works.
in.
And buddy, I was like, whoa, every bit of it. And then for most
All
of the movie,
310 pounds of you.
they don't show anything.
Whoa.
Whoa, more popcorn. Yeah.
Gonna
Yeah.
drink some Coke about it. Giant barrel of Coke.
Oh, dude, in high school, but like for football 3 days, which we had at Dowling,
Ugh.
3?
you
3
go
days.
to like hour and a half or 2 hours between the middle and third practices. And we go to like Quick Trip and I drink a whole 64-ounce fucking thing of Dr. Pepper and
course.
eat whatever.
You're an athlete,
Oh
so.
my God. It's amazing.
You got to eat like an
Suck
athlete.
it down. Yeah,
I got a carb load.
that's right.
Fettuccine Alfredo pasta.
Yep. That's what before swim meets they told us to eat that shit all the time.
Load up.
Pulled a
Time to
Michael
hit
Scott.
Fazoli's, yeah.
Yep. I had Fazoli's. What? 2 nights ago.
A frequent and current.
No, not
Enjoyer.
nearly as frequent as it used to be.
Well, more.
They changed the.
Cole, where have you been?
Hey, Antonio, where you been?
Yeah.
We're making a fettuccine. Oh.
They did. They changed the. They're not even called submarinos anymore. They changed them back to normal sandwiches that aren't covered in goop, which I was pretty excited about.
Oh,
Really?
so they're better now.
They're better. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're better than they were a while ago. And of everything
Fair.
that we ordered, the sandwich I got had the most calories of anything, even more than the fucking cheesy baked pasta.
What was
was
on the
like-
sandwich?
Oh, it's called the Italian. I don't know. It was like gabagool. It was capicola,
Triple mayo.
ham. Yeah, it was a lot of it's mayo. It was good.
Mortadell. All that good
Prosciutto.
stuff.
Made by authentic Mexicans.
Hey,
Yeah.
like in the mother country, just like Nana used to make. Yeah,
It was good though. Sarah still's got hers, and I haven't eaten it yet. So
Good for you.
that's how good I am.
Nice
these days.
job.
That's right.
showing some real restraint.
Yep.
You know?
has she been shocked at all by sort of the raccoon
You'd have to ask. I let her know. I was like, you're about to live with the messiest dude of all time. That she's like, I know. She's like, I can help you. I was like, all right, and she is.
And if you put anything in the cupboard, I will at least taste it.
I've been way better. Been way better.
Rip into a corner like a mouse and take a little bite.
I haven't. I do get it, but there's all the shit I buy for everyone. I'm like, well, I bought these graham crackers, so I can eat as many as I want. That's exactly right.
These are daddy's graham crackers.
I pay for them.
Yep. Yep. And I don't think anything. I need to start drinking water, my friends, but that's another story.
Hey, look, you are doing great with your turn of events here in your life.
Over a week, no
Wow.
You haven't
cigarettes.
smoked a cigarette in a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Toll McGrain.
I know.
Yep.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
And I'll tell you, the
one
baby
time for
loves the
people in
vape.
back. Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
So, yeah. You don't need a bottle. Just give her this.
No.
Blowing chunky clouds.
Baby's very energetic today.
Yeah.
Getting a little cranky, though.
Yeah.
It must be fun to kind of buy snacks for like a little kid as well, though, right? Because
Yeah.
you're like, these are foreverly.
Yeah.
Yeah, these Scooby Doo
Yeah.
princess snacks.
These
are
chocolate chip
Foreverly.
Teddy Grahams are all foreverly.
That's right. I don't
And then
plan
she
to
gets,
have a
I
single
think she
one.
gets about half a cup out of there, probably.
You're like, great, all right.
Like, you didn't eat them fast enough.
They're gonna go bad.
You're going to go bad.
Let them go to waste.
Yeah. I don't mess with the applesauce.
I didn't think you
pouches.
wanted them.
Yeah. Applesauce, no thanks.
Yeah. No applesauce pouches for me.
But everything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sucking
I don't
down,
eat her.
Sucking down
Yeah.
Go-Gurts and
Yeah.
I don't mess with the Go-Gurts, and I don't eat her frozen waffles.
ooh,
That would be hard.
That's dangerous for
Yeah.
me. I will rip through a box.
But
of
I know those
Yes,
are like
yeah,
breakfast.
Eggos.
Plus, I always have my nightly pint of ice cream right now.
Wow.
So even though eating that
Doctor's
just
orders.
does nothing but make me. That's right. He said. He's like, we don't want you living too long.
It's for the best if she doesn't know her father.
Yeah. You don't want to get too close to those kids.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, the doctor's like, well, you did quit smoking, so I suggest
That's
more
insane.
ice cream. Yeah.
Hearing it again blows my mind. I love the sound of
I'm prescribing you 1 pint a day. Take that at night.
Yeah.
On an empty stomach or a full stomach.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you have to eat the whole
Preferably
pint.
right before bed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure you sleep on it.
Yeah.
right.
Don't brush your teeth afterwards.
Don't do anything. You eat that ice cream and then you lay the fuck down and don't move
Yes.
until the morning.
Kind of
Doctor's orders.
Unless you're eating some graham crackers.
Yes.
You can do that. If you get a whole sleeve of graham crackers in there, that'll be good for you
Hey,
too.
that's good.
Thanks,
That's
Doc.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. That's like how they're like, even if you feel like you don't need it, make sure to finish the medication.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yep.
Make sure to finish those antibiotics.
The whole sleeve.
Yeah.
The whole sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is amazing. I mean, like I fully, I mean, obviously I endorse my own idea, but my rule was always if I quit something, I get 1 month to eat whatever I want.
Right.
No
It's
holds
a little
barred.
mental. Yeah.
And I did it every time. And look at me, picture of
Yeah.
health.
Looking great.
I look great. I
Yeah.
feel great. mentally, I'm, a 4 out of 10, I would say. But you know what I'm saying? It's but it's amazing, and it feels better to not be under the the steel toe of not nicotine, but cigs.
Still got nicotine. Yeah, it is. I've found I've complained about
you
smells.
can probably taste Teddy Grahams now.
Yeah. And I've been like, everything smells weird now. I'm like, oh.
No, yeah.
You can just
Smells a little
things.
smoky.
Yeah. Yeah. Have I always smelled like a steaming dumpster?
I do think that the food will taste better and better as time goes on for you, too.
Oh, yeah. It's an extra little bonus there.
And the lungs, that's a big one, too.
Yeah. I'm not turning this thing. I haven't turned it to ultra vape.
Sport mode?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to do
4-wheel drive.
Putting this vape in the 4WD.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's take her off road, see what's up.
Go for a little mudding. Little lung mud. That's what I call vaping.
Lung mud.
Oh, fuck.
My vape's got little naked lady mud flaps on the back of it.
Yeah.
Oh, if they had those, I would buy them.
Yeah. It does look cool. Like I said, like that part, like it looks like a Halo gun.
There you go.
It looks awesome.
See a little galaxy in there?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Just makes you want to hit it.
We can't make them look like cigarettes. The kids will want them. Let's make them look like little video games.
Yes. Let's make them look like a Tamagotchi.
Yeah. A little Tamagotchi that gives you strawberry flavored smoke that makes you feel good for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Tamagotcha, you're addicted now.
And really, the only thing you want is more of that.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Man, we had cigarettes on the ropes there for a few years.
Yeah.
Like, finally, for the first time, like cigarette usage was going way down, and like kids were just not smoking. And then Big Tobacco was like,
Nice try.
"Nice try, dickheads."
You thought
taking this-
Steven Dorff was all we got?
Yeah. That was just the first salvo in the war.
That was just a warning shot.
Yeah.
Fired over your back.
Dr. Fogg is here now.
Wait till Escobar comes around.
Oh, shit.
I think that's a real brand, too.
It is.
Escobar. But I love just the different looks. Because, like, some of them, the Escobar look like a slim little, like, flash drive. That looks a little almost more like an external hard drive. It's got some heft to it.
It does. And you don't lose it.
Yeah.
I've yet to misplace it.
Yeah, it'll be
That's 'cause I'm
interesting to see
always
where
like
they'll end up.
Don't touch my vape.
Yeah.
And it's so addicting to have the little cloud come out. I miss that.
It's always fun.
As I hit my weed vape and blow it out. But I mean, I miss the like fruity flavor, making my brain go, yeah.
I like more.
More.
Yeah. My sister said she knows somebody that got nicotine poisoning or tobacco from, but
If
that
you
was
would've
from like
got
the
it.
clouds. Plus, I was taking in so much nicotine before that I think to poison me with nicotine.
Good luck.
Come on now. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just nicotine.
It's like trying to catch a bear with a mousetrap.
Yeah.
So
Has to be a large mousetrap.
You have to have one of those big like
small
lightsaber vapes, the ones where like dudes just sit at bars and like put them together, and like, it's a whole rig.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're blowing big fat clouds, and
You have to you have to disassemble it like a gun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like look through parts of it.
there's a guy at Lefties at the mic that would always sit there and
sir.
yes, he would disassemble the whole thing, and it's like, oh wow, and he put it all together and start ripping it. And
Yeah.
pretty cool, bud.
Yeah.
Pretty
No
cool.
one can. Yeah, that's like
Save some pussy for the rest of us. Yeah. There's definitely like that douche flute kind of range.
Yeah.
Mouth fedora.
Are those still popular? The whole like
the rig?
apparatus.
I don't see as many rigs as I used to.
I don't see any big rigs.
There was a while there you would see people. There was like it was pretty common to see somebody blowing clouds,
Yeah.
like with the purpose of blowing.
I hired one
as
at
big
worked
of a
at Teehees
cloud.
for quite
Yeah.
a while. Our boy Jordan, he was blowing chunky clouds
okay.
back there.
That's
I actually
right.
had to tell him to tune it down a little. Bro. I was like, we're trying to provide like a show experience.
Yeah.
We can't
A little
have
too much atmosphere.
We
in
can't
here.
have like a full blown haze machine like out of the back here while he's running sound and checking people in, blowing clouds. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Then again, I at least had the dignity to blow mine underneath the reception desk. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Yeah.
Like a gentleman.
Like, well, like a Tudor gentleman.
That's right. He's a learned man.
That's
It's
right.
like in the movie theater, I was blowing in my sweatshirt, you know?
Yes.
And then it comes out and you're like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie's making me hot.
Have you seen any good movies lately? I feel like you've had a lot of time.
I have been watching TV shows.
Now you're Captain Streaming.
Yeah. And I'm rewatching Sopranos.
Toll's been mainlining the internet
Yeah.
to watch The Sopranos.
And I watched Dumbass. I watched Twisted Metal on Peacock.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun. Kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Is it based on the video game?
Yeah.
I didn't
love
hear a
the
lot
video
about it. I
game.
kind of forgot.
Yeah. It was the #1 streaming show on Peacock.
Well, there you
Whatever
go,
that
folks.
means.
You heard it
Yeah.
here first.
Yeah.
Sorry.
For a brief period of time. It's got,
Caller, go
I mean,
ahead. What do you think about Peacock?
Anthony Mackie was the star.
I like him. Mm-hmm. I like Twisted Metal. I loved that game.
It's a fun, dumb show.
Yeah. It's no wonder that a lot of my generation wound up being incels and school shooters, where it's like, do you want to play a video game where you're a demented ice cream truck
Yeah.
that's part clown, part like van rapist?
Yeah.
Like, and drive around killing people? It's like, yeah.
I love it. More
Yeah.
of this.
But
Yeah.
they would have that game that you could like, they'd have it so you could play it at the store. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Waiting your turn to play.
game was huge.
The Target.
Yeah. There was a game
Fucking
called State of
PlayStation
Emergency.
2.
I'm pretty sure. it
Oh,
was
that
called.
they got rid of because that came out after because it
Yeah.
was like a school shooting game.
Yeah, you could like be in a
A
you would
mall.
be in a mall.
Yeah.
And they're like, just kill as many people as you possibly can.
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
like you could have your choice between a bat with nails in it.
Yeah.
You
it
know
was
what?
pretty messed up.
A Gatling gun.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
It's
I remember playing it and being like, this seems too fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a famous in Call of Duty, like I think the second one. There's a famous part of the game. It's called No Russian. You're a part of like a Russian hit squad going to an airport, and they say, "All right, don't speak Russian," and then you just start murdering civilians in an airport. It's like, woo, yeah. Even as playing that as a young gentleman, I was like, this is a bit much.
Yeah. I remember
Pretty
a game.
hardcore, guys.
Yeah.
It was an assassin game. I don't know if it was Hitman, but like you could. My buddy's like, check this out. He's like, I'm gonna kill this guy with piano wire, and it goes into like theatrical mode,
Yeah.
where he's slowly sawing this dude's head off with piano wire, and I was like, this is
You
unpleasant.
got Pac-Man or
Like, how about
Space
some Mario?
Invaders?
I was more of a Star Fox
Yeah.
guy myself. Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah.
A little Ratchet and Clank.
yeah.
That's right. I was more of a Pokemon Snap guy.
Yeah.
So you saw his head off then, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
This game's this game's called Two Guys One Hammer. Yeah. Well, it's so funny because I remember being a young kid being like, "Yeah," I'm like, everybody's trying to censor our games. That's fucked
Yeah.
up. You should be able to rape a prostitute on
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto or whatever, which you basically could.
Yeah.
In like Grand Theft Auto 3, and now I'm looking back and I'm like. Maybe they were kind of right on that. But well, yeah, when you're like young and I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
I remember that being a whole thing was the censorship of video games and
They don't really go
violence.
after video games anymore like they used to. They
No.
always did.
But
like,
violence in
oh,
video games
yeah.
was a big thing. It was sort of kind of the satanic panic of my era. I
Yeah,
feel
right.
like.
Yeah.
That and like
There's
rap
no
music.
there's no scientific link between playing violent video games and being a violent.
Yes.
They've done all the studies. There is no link, but they just kept hammering on it like the satanic panic. Yeah, same thing.
Just got to bring more attention to it, so then people would make shocking games like State of Emergency. It's
Right.
literally a school shooter game.
Yeah.
Post
That's a bit
Columbine.
much.
Yeah.
I think
wild.
they ended up pulling that, didn't they?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm assuming, or at least from like
I remember because it was
circulation.
like contraband. I remember people that had it. And being
Yeah,
like,
like, ooh.
and then playing it and being like, this is gross. I remember
Yeah.
running through a mall and being like, oh,
Yeah, this isn't fun.
But even I see on I'm sure all of us have seen it, but there's those like kill as many zombies as you can,
Yeah,
whatever
right.
games stuff like that, or ads on Insta and stuff. And I'm like, it does seem kind of fun.
dude, I have a game called Mob Control.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but
Cole
it's
has a
like
game
I'm
called
fully
Penn
addicted.
State.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this? So anyways, you're up in a tower. I think I know how this
There
goes.
are straight up sniper games too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Off on your phone.
Yeah.
I let
it's
Everly
strange.
play Hungry Shark on my phone.
But I wonder if
Oh, Hungry Shark. That's a classic.
It's so fun, but
sounds
it's all
fun
you
listening
eat.
to it.
Then you can, you eat people and like while you're eating them, and I'm like, is this
and you
okay?
saw their heads off, and it's all good.
yeah. And then I can play with my kids.
Yep.
Finally. Yeah, no, it's strange. But I wonder if it's almost the human version of the dog with the squeaky toy, where I remember when I learned, or it clicked in my head that,
Oh, yeah.
they like the squeaky thing because it
It's
sounds
like
like a
they're
little,
killing it.
yeah, like a little
Yeah.
animal's dying.
Yeah.
That's what it would sound like.
It's just itching a little itch in there, little
Yeah, which kind of
doggy
grossed
brain.
me out for a while. But then I was
Right.
like, oh, obviously we have like our own version of that, which is a lot of that shit.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah,
Call
it's
of
like
Duty.
literally
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
cats
Yeah.
play with
Yeah,
is like just practicing to kill things.
Right.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, we probably
Astute
all-
analogy.
Yeah.
Caller, you're on the air. Ask AJ what you think about that. We still don't have callers.
The lines are not hot.
The
No.
lines are blowing up at the news desk over there.
If anyone ever sees this and knows how to actually set up those lines in the way that they used to for radio, I think you have to have like dedicated phone lines in order
I'm
to
sure,
do so.
probably.
But if someone actually
somebody
knows,
I'm sure
call
we
my
can
cell
find
phone.
some like 80s
Like
like
a local radio
multi-line
person.
phone. Oh, the lines are all lighting up right now.
We should
Oh,
just get
geez.
one anyway.
That's what I'm
Just sit
saying.
on the table with like the lights lighting up.
Yeah.
I want it
That'd be cool.
even just for looks, but if someone actually knows it, because local radio people, someone old enough would know how. It wasn't that long ago they were doing this.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
taking
very.
calls.
I'm
They're
sure
still
some
doing
places
it.
still.
Because it's like a relay
Well, no.
system and all this shit. Because you have to be, we have to be able to hear it. They have to be able to hear what we're hearing, including the sample board back
Yeah.
into
Right.
their phone.
It's something that's
You know,
been done.
So if anybody
So-
knows,
I mean,
would
they're
love
still
to do
taking
that.
calls on the radio. As
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
They're not using the old fashioned phone line system. I'm
Right.
sure.
So whatever version that is, even if it's the modern day, help us help a brother out.
Yeah. You ever
That would
listen
be
to
sweet.
local call-in shows?
Every once in a while.
Man,
I'll
if you
catch
want to
one.
feel bad about living in Iowa, you just check one of those bad boys out
Yeah.
and go, oh, boy.
What's going on?
I don't know, just it's the stupid things that people have to say. Or
Is it like advice ones or
no, I mean I listen to the political ones, on NPR. They don't do call-ins often, but they do sometimes.
And so it would be like IPR then, Iowa people
Mm-hmm. Yep,
calling into
yep.
it. And they're like, I don't know.
I have to. I
kinda
usually have
like
to change it. Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
For anyone, even if they're on my side, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you sound like a dumbass.
Yes, yes.
Meanwhile, we'll probably.
Yeah, we sound like fucking geniuses.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
We made some astute analogies tonight, I will say.
Yeah.
We haven't even really talked about poop or penises that much tonight either,
No.
which is kind of impressive.
Not bad for us.
Good. This was something that came up earlier. What was that? Oh, yeah. I spent at least 30 minutes earlier trying to stitch together proof that I thought I had found that the Godfather theme and the Harry Potter theme were the same song, basically. Like stolen almost. You know how that's a whole thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Where it's like, oh,
Interpolated or
yeah, like it's a rights issue. I was convinced in my head that Harry Potter and Godfather had like the same theme, and I looked it up and they were not the thing.
No.
But I wasted like a good hour thinking hard on that.
you've been producing too much music lately. Your brain's all cuckoo bananas now.
They sound kind of similar.
No, I understand
I
what
would
you're
see.
saying.
I'm trying to remember
That was
how
one of those stupid
both of them go.
things, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum. That's the Godfather.
Yeah.
That's the Harry Potter one. But then Godfather, when you think about it in your head, it's sort of, it has a little bit of that bop to it. Mm-hmm. And if you smoke a little weed about it,
You're like, wait a minute, I'm gonna blow this whole thing wide open.
Yeah, or at the worst,
Well, I
even if
feel
I'm
like
not
that
blowing
new,
something open, I'm at least gonna make a pretty cool remix.
That new
right? Turns out.
Shabuzi song, it's a big hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a man, we're all getting tipsy. You know, whatever it's about. And I was
Yeah.
like, this sounds like
Everybody in the
row,
club.
your
everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Yeah.
And he even says the same things. And I'm like,
Basically a remake of that
yeah.
song.
And I was like, is this, what was that dude's name? You remember? Everybody in the club getting
Jaquan.
tipsy. No.
Jaquan Tipsy.
know.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yes. All right.
This is one thing.
I'm not going to
I think
argue.
so.
Yeah, you would.
Because that's what I wanted to say,
If it's
Jaquan.
anything Chingy or
No, was it Chingy?
no, similar to Chingy, but it was Jake.
The Chingy universe.
Okay.
If anything in the Chingy verse, I'm well
Okay.
Well,
yeah, but that
up to speed on.
yeah,
The Chingy cinematic universe.
Yes,
it just seems
my
odd.
personal favorite.
And I feel like that song should be having a comeback. Yeah.
It's one of those things where like the "you spin my hair right."
Yeah, yeah.
right. Flow Rida did
Yep,
that, but
yep.
originally it was
Yeah, they're paying money for that.
Boy George or
Right.
whoever the
Yeah.
fuck did it. Who was it? It was like
Like a record, baby, round, round.
Oh, it was like a
round,
one-hit
round.
wonder.
yeah, it was some band like that from that era at least. But it might be something in that vein.
That was you used
Or
to
it's
not
like a-
have to pay for it. That's how the Beastie Boys made all their albums.
Shit,
Yeah,
now you gotta pay.
yeah. It's like they say you couldn't make Paul's Boutique now unless you paid a shitload of money for all those
Clear them samples.
And
they
same
have
like
to be
De La Soul, no fucking way you can make any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, they'd already made so much money that and they didn't have to like retroactively
Yeah.
pay too much. I assume maybe a bit. I think they always wind up getting a little because even
Well,
Led
they get a
Zeppelin,
taste.
because it turned out that Led Zeppelin early on at least basically ripped off like a shitload of their songs.
Yeah, they got taken to court and they won, but everyone's
Yeah.
like, but we all heard the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna let them skate on this, but we
Yeah.
all knew what we heard.
That was like
And I think they probably had to pay some money.
when
Oh,
Vanilla
yeah.
Ice explaining the difference between
Yeah.
the intro of his song to
Yeah.
the Queen song. He's like, there it goes, dun 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 dun, and mine goes dun 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 dun. You're like, what? Like, no, buddy. Yeah, yeah. Like Vanilla Ice, you crazy.
Mr. Ice.
You crazy
With all
that
due
one,
Yeah,
Ice.
yeah.
Yeah. You see the guy from Crazy Town died?
Oh, big surprise.
Shifty, Swifty.
Yeah.
I was it is sadly a little surprising it didn't happen sooner,
Yeah.
but that was a big song for a while.
He was
Vanilla Ice
he
kinda
played
gave
at
me that vibe.
Lefties before the
That's
open.
right.
He bumped.
Yeah.
Crazy Town bumped the mic, so we're waiting. We're like,
That's
God
right.
damn, it's like an hour late, and he was like they were breaking down everything and loading out, and he was being a real asshole to everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Damn.
Can't be a great
I think
feeling.
they start with Butterfly, do a couple songs, and then Butterfly reprise,
Yeah.
another song,
Uncut.
Butterfly, the uncut version, a couple more songs.
It's probably like a
Close
it's
with
not that.
Butterfly.
I bet they don't even. They probably
The
play
David
like
Guetta
10 songs.
remix version.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a 40-minute set.
This one's
I remember-
Steve
I mean,
Aoki
when I
did.
saw Eddie Money at People's,
Oh, you saw Eddie Money multiple times. 'Cause you saw him at 8035, I thought too.
no, I didn't see him at 8035.
No.
I saw him at People. He's not cool enough for 8035.
Oh, I always thought the story of
No, it was at People's, and he was so fucking drunk and just kept talking about selling 8 million albums. And my buddy saw him at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland when he was on it. Like he was touring with his band, and they just went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Eddie Money happened to be there. He's like, I should have called myself Eddie. Should have saved his money. And I was like, "That's
Am I right, guys?"
That's amazing." Yeah, yeah,
you were like, that's very funny, Mr. Money.
yeah, amazing. But yeah, him being hammered.
Yeah,
like,
it
this is what
sucks
you
to
get for
be
selling
broke
8
as
million
music-
albums. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little tough being broke when your name's Eddie Money.
yeah, yeah.
That is
There
tough.
used to be a list
That
of
is
people
tough.
you could get to play private parties and how much it would cost.
Yeah.
And he was like at the bottom of the list for like $3,000 or whatever. It was like
$3,000.
All right. Yeah, I would have paid. Come play Shakin' once. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, because
Play Shaken 3 times,
Yeah,
and then you can go home. It's fine.
or you can just hang out and get drunk with us
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't even want to take me home tonight? No, just Shaken.
Yeah, I prefer it.
Should have been Eddie.
I prefer the
should've
B
saved
side. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to be hard to see it, though, when you're in that moment. Because Eddie Money did have some big fucking hits.
He did.
At some point you feel like it's always just going to kind of keep rolling.
Yeah, there's no way.
Like you never really
It's like a little money machine.
Yeah, because at some point you
got to hang on to some of it.
I don't know if there's
Whenever
anyone
that
that's
happens.
survived like believing their own hype. You
Right.
know what I mean? Everyone
MC
does it.
Hammer he was broke, completely broke. He had one of the biggest albums of all time.
Yeah.
It is wild how crazy crooked the music industry is.
True that.
Like there's no good story unless you own the entire apparatus.
Right.
So you have all the rights to publishing and songwriting and everything else. Otherwise,
Well,
they're
there's
like, you sell 1 million albums. They're like, actually, you owe us $11 at the end of the year. Like, what?
That's what Creedence
And I
Clearwater
gotta fuck your
Revival.
wife.
Yeah. Dude.
You're like, what? You're like, I work for Geffen Records. That's the way we do it.
John Fogerty, they had the number 3 album in the world, and he was living in his car,
That's crazy.
which is just like,
Well, and it's crazy because even then they
Bananas.
didn't even know to ask for it.
Right.
Like now we have the luxury, at least like everyone, it's almost common knowledge. Like you should try to own your masters,
Yeah.
this and that. No one knew that. Like when Elvis was coming up.
well,
it
then
was
even
like,
Elvis and
"Here,
Colonel
young
Parker.
fella." Yeah.
Oh, God. He was
So
just a
crazy.
giant parasite
Yeah.
on his back, riding him to his death.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whoops.
Crazy.
Now at least
dude.
you know, like you don't want to be in a 360 deal with some of this shit
Yeah.
to be the new host of Family Feud or whatever.
Right. Although that probably has more longevity.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the greatest example.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be the sidekick on David Spade's new sitcom. Not that
I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
Give me a
but-
call.
Did you ever watch, what was it, Just Shoot? Me?
Yeah, I did. That's
That's a
funny.
good show.
It was a good show?
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'll shut my little mouth.
Yeah, there you just watch your mouth over there, AJ.
Yeah.
I'll go back to the scroll.
When the girl was dating Joe Rogan in that, remember that? The daughter of the guy?
Yeah.
And he kept calling his coat a jacket coat. She was like, you can just call it a jacket or a coat. He just kept calling it a jacket coat because he was super stupid in the show.
But not in real life.
No, That's a character I play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say if I ever meet anyone who like knows me only from the podcast.
Oh, no, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
AJ is a character I play.
AJ's kind of this character I created.
Dude, I feel like
None of
that.
those stories are real.
Yeah. I feel like I have created a podcast character, sort of.
Yeah. Based on a true story.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that movie way, where it's like,
Yeah.
hey, I mean, maybe there's a little embellishment. I mean,
Or
sure.
underbellishment.
Yeah.
Over embellishment.
A little embellishment.
Yeah.
I prefer to be bellished
Yeah.
normal amount.
Yeah.
It's been quite some time since I've been embellished. Let me look at the scroll. This is pretty funny. Facebook tried to charge me for the advertising we do for Teehees on Tour. It was like a $500 charge.
What?
No, I mean, just, it's money that we pay for running ads.
Right.
Tried to charge my Capital One. Nice try, Facebook. It was already maxed out.
Hey, got him.
I tried to laugh at that earlier, so I wrote it down.
The classic.
Not so fast.
Yeah. These are, we'll just call this AJ's observations. This is episode 23, by the way. Congratulations.
Damn.
23, a very cool number.
All right.
Michael Jordan.
Not if you ask Jim Carrey.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That movie sucked.
That did suck. That was not a good movie.
And it's not even that he's bad in something serious. But that
No, it
movie
wasn't his fault.
Yeah. That movie specifically just kind of sucked. But the number 23 makes me think of Michael Jordan, not the Jim
Yeah,
Carrey
yeah.
shitty movie, which
Yeah.
led me down the train of thought of you have to do something pretty amazing in life to have a number known
Right.
for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what wasn't Gretzky 99? Or was that something stupid I just said?
Nope, that's true.
Okay, good.
69 makes you think of the
Yeah,
sex position
yeah,
before anything else.
Right.
Or just nice.
Yeah.
69, that got retired to the rafters years ago. Just
Yeah.
the number 69.
Yes. Legendary.
Legendary.
Yeah, so it's like amazing, really cool to have a number named after you. And then I thought about it some more and I was like, unless it's a really big number, like 6 million.
Right.
Like,
Then that means something bad, probably.
yeah, then you're kind of a bad guy.
Yeah. That ain't a great number.
So actually,
but
never
you're
mind
right.
on the numbers.
Yeah, you want the smaller numbers.
Yeah.
It's within 3 digits.
So that's I guess a bit I'm working on. Scroll stuff. Hashtag scroll stuff,
Scroll stuff.
A couple days ago, I don't know if I guess you 4 also felt it. But I had the window open and that first real fall air came through the window. It has I think probably from quitting smoking and vaping, now I can smell it so clear.
Oh, yeah.
Right when I was a young boy.
That crisp, clean
Yeah,
air.
there hasn't been a window open in my house since the girls moved in.
Because they'll try to crawl out. Or,
Yeah, I don't know why. I would like them open.
You girls ain't leaving, okay?
Yeah. They like
nice try because there's bars on it. But I wonder if scientifically maybe someone has identified what that is, if it's just the different current we're getting in or something.
Yeah, the humidity
It
goes
literally
away.
hits different.
And you get that drier air, and
Well,
it's
this is morning,
it's picking
dude.
up the fall scents are starting to come out.
the sound of
The maple syrup
the
from
late
Canada
summer
comes
cicadas. Meow, meow. I love it.
Bing bong.
I
bing
love
bong.
I miss the
Chilly
bugs
in the
once they're
morning.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like that chilly in the morning. It makes me think of like sports, like playing football.
It makes
when I
me
was
think
younger.
of school
Oh,
in a positive way because I don't have to
Oh.
fucking go. I love it.
You think of school and how much you loved it in a way.
I think I
but you
used
don't
to-
even have to go.
No, not how much I loved it. How much I loved not having to go to school.
but even that,
Like I
is
think
sort of
like when there used to be frost on the ground before school,
Yeah.
and then like it would turn nice throughout the day, but you'd be like, "There's
Yeah.
frost. You're up so early. There's fucking frost." Like, ugh.
Scraping the window.
Yeah.
Learn. No thanks.
But there was something, I guess it just sticks in your head then, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that nostalgic part, because I feel like everyone has, at least everyone around here, that has that quintessential Iowa fall.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it's the best. I love it. Fall is my favorite
I was just saying.
time of year.
Yep.
Oh, we're just starting. It's the end of summer now. It still gets hot, but it's a dry.
Yeah.
The humidity goes away, and
Your voice got a little dry.
I'm getting a little emotional over here talking about the fall.
Got dry.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to fall.
That first breeze through the window, even Miri, turned her face happy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Despite her usual demeanor.
I really fucking hate winter though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm somebody that's
It'll be fun this
never
year.
minded it. I just don't like the daylight saving side or like the sun setting early. If that didn't happen, I would have zero problem with winter.
Hell, you don't work outside. We're driving it for work. I don't even mind the driving in it. I just freezing your balls off.
Hauling those kegs. But it's also, at least from the outside looking in, I'm like, what a valuable service you're providing. That's kind of
right.
nice.
Yeah.
You're like a firefighter or
Service no one really needs.
Like a real American hero over here.
That's right.
You're making sure people get their booze.
Their craft beer.
You're saving hundreds of lives.
Mid-January, if I don't have 3 IPAs, I'm going to kill myself. So
I might start drinking.
Man, I wanted to this weekend for some. I think it's partly the weather being so nice and changing.
Yeah.
It's like watching people drink on The Sopranos. Like, that would be nice.
A little snifter of
Mm-hmm.
nice whiskey with a big ice cube in it. I don't even drink that, but just the thought of it,
Yeah. It looks a lot better than it is.
Yeah, it tastes terrible.
Oh yeah, I know. They're always drinking on The Sopranos
Yeah.
too, and you're
Yeah.
like, I could use a little. Like, oh, actually, that sounds terrible,
Yeah.
but it sure looks cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me Diet Coke I can mix this with?
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, that little chill does make you want to bundle up. I mean, it's
Now, I
cuffing
got up
season.
today. I opened the door, and you feel your body is like, oh, it's cold air.
Yeah.
What is this sensation that I've
is.
felt every time for the last 48 years? This is all brand new.
Yeah.
What?
It does
The
feel brand
seasons
new.
change. I'll be goddamn. They're doing it again.
Yep.
It's always
nice.
it's always a great surprise.
And I will
Keeps us
say,
honest.
I still love that first snow.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
The
baby,
first
don't get me
couple
started.
of snows,
Okay.
I do enjoy.
Yeah. Alex is going to, what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep.
I don't know. We got a lot of rain this summer. I'm hoping for a real snowy winter for once. We got ripped off last year. We had like 2 weeks of winter last year.
It was very cold
And
at
it was
times, but
pretty
not
terrible,
snowy,
but
yeah.
it was like a very intense, like 2 weeks of like,
That's what-
winter's coming to kill you. And now it's gone.
That's what they say winters will be.
Oh.
Basically, from here on out, it's like
Hard and
severe weather.
Don't die for
brief-
2 weeks and then you're good.
Yeah,
It's going to be
brief
48.
spurts. Yeah, where it goes. Because I mean, I was keeping that tab in January and for the end of winter until spring started, of how many days it was over 50 degrees, and it was like 60%.
It was crazy.
of the days. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember getting nice way too early in a disconcerting.
Yeah, you're like, this is nice, I
Well,
guess.
yeah,
but
people
there's a-
celebrating
There's a price tag on this
60
somewhere.
degrees in January. I'm like, this ain't like, oh, it's an early spring. I'm like, nah, it's like an early nuclear spring. Yeah, it's not, it ain't
polar
good.
bears are dying.
yeah.
Yeah, if it's January 20th and all of a sudden it's 100 degrees outside, you're like, oh, it's actually a nuclear bomb got dropped. Yay.
Yeah,
Spring's
we're already
here.
dead.
It's
So,
not
no, you're-
good.
Don't get happy for that.
Yeah. Well,
And people really do. That's what kind of surprised. Like, people aren't like, this is fucking weird.
some
like-
people don't think that it's because of that. you know?
Right.
Some people are like global warming.
Yeah. Lots of
No
people.
thanks.
Just under half of people think that, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the thing I have to remind myself of, especially with this election coming up. Don't get me started.
yeah.
I'm the political guy here.
You are.
But what I'm saying, it's true though, is that even times when I was working and running teehees, you'd have all these great interactions, and you're like, you know what, the world, if we all work together like this, like on Sesame Street and shit,
We're going to be okay.
we'd be okay.
If people just
But then
talk
other
to
times,
each other.
yeah,
Then all the other times.
other times
like,
they come in,
go ahead and light this place on fire.
yeah, they're shitting the Grinch who stole Christmas pajama pants. Taking booze out of their backpack and ruining a show at your comedy club, hypothetically.
Yeah.
Something like
Very
that could happen.
specifically, hypothetically.
Yeah, very specifically,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
yeah.
from my imagination.
Yeah.
Only. No, that basically did. Guy did shit his pants. I kind of merged two stories, but
Yeah.
people come in and they're fucking crazy, and it's not just the the unhoused population around here too. It's just people coming and being dickheads and assholes, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure the old ice cream shop's seen a few of those.
Maybe.
They're less drunk, though,
Yeah,
for the most part.
That starts to change in the wintertime.
until I show up.
Man, I went to I did a late night ice cream run at Old Price Chopper last night, and I was like, damn, people in here right now are fucked up. Which is kind of weird. I saw the one guy that I had seen a couple of summers ago that went in there with his sleeveless T-shirt, his wife beater that was super long, and he had
Like way too long.
way too long, and he had a big old shit stain on the back of it. And I saw him there last night walking in, talking to himself, and I was like, this guy's still around. Good for him.
Still putting it together.
Yeah. And I was shocked when he walked in talking to himself and still grabbed a cart. And I was like, what do you need a cart for, my man? I didn't hang out to see, but I was curious. But yeah, I saw him buy a bottle of liquor with a big shit stain on the back of his shirt. And I was like, well, good for you, buddy. Going for it. And I was also,
Make your dreams come true,
I will
kids.
say, at that time I saw him, I was also drunk at the grocery store buying liquor. So I couldn't judge him. too
Looking
hard.
down your nose with the guy with a shit stain.
Yeah.
I have a fucking shit stain on myself.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Meanwhile, he had a shit stain on it.
It's just not visible.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That was during the pandemic, though.
Not visible to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the middays where I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, dude.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not the shit stain guy.
Yep. Just-
Now
doing
it's
all
time
right.
to go home and get drunk and watch Goodfellas again. I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think every single actor that was in Goodfellas is in The Sopranos? I'd like to see a checklist.
It's a large number.
Every
It's
actor in
crazy.
Goodfellas also in.
De Niro, no. Right. Ray Liotta, no. Does Ray Liotta ever? He doesn't. He was originally going to be Tony Soprano. Do you guys know that?
He's adjacent because of Sons of New York.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. I think Leota kind of purposely avoided.
He did.
That type
He
of shit
turned it
for a
down.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because obviously he was in high demand.
Which I think probably he would have looked back on that and said, maybe I should have done that after all.
All right, maybe I should have done Kindergarten Cop too.
But Gandolfini is so good. It's funny, man.
It's wild how good
Not
it
to
is.
get back on Soprano shit, but
We do it annually, all right?
that show,
It's fine.
It's very much the
fine.
season.
there isn't a
It
good
is.
character in the show, with the exception of maybe Dr. Melfi.
Like, as
So
a
you're
good
watching the
person.
show filled of unlikable people.
Just disreputable people all being shitheads.
yeah,
To
and
one
you're
degree or
still
another.
kind of rooting for all of them, and some of them not at all. But like Janice, nobody fucking likes Janice.
That's kind of what made Seinfeld great too.
Yeah.
Is that,
Right.
Like they're all kind of
Bunch of reprobates.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Always Sunny is kind of that way too.
Yep.
Where like you almost aren't. You're not really rooting for them. You're sort of just laughing at them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
And
Sopranos.
they never win.
The more you watch it, the funnier it gets.
Oh, it is hilarious.
It is. Last night we saw Pine Barrens finally last night, season 3. That is so fucking funny, dude.
It is.
Oh my god.
Mix the ketchup with the relish.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Old Polly Walnuts,
So funny.
the best.
The best
R.I.P.
character on television ever,
Yep.
according to me.
Yes.
According to Alex.
Well, every rewatch is just like a gift. Just watching.
Yeah.
And he
All right,
keeps-
I'll start it over. I'll finally finish it this time.
Don't start it over if you never finish. Start in the middle.
Yeah, I'll just start like season.
Pick it
3.
back up.
Yeah.
That's what a character showed up season 3, and it's fun to watch it with Sarah, who's never seen it before, and one of his Gumars. You know, the one he meets at the psychiatrist's office. That's like
yeah.
crazy. You know.
Oh yeah.
And watching Sarah be like, "Oh, what's going to happen with this one?" And I'm like, "You have
Take a guess.
You'll be wrong."
Take a guess.
Is she the one that
Yeah.
works at the car place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sells
She-
Mercedes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're not going to get it
Carmella
right.
shows up.
Yeah. Fun.
Very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Great show.
Truly.
Yeah, they're rerunning all of them
rewatchable.
now because then when
That documentary.
the documentary is going to
Yep.
come out. I think it's a 2-part documentary about David Chase.
And they
making
rebuilt the
Sopranos.
set of her office,
Oh, really?
and it's gonna be them talking to him like interspersed with clips and stuff.
With hologram Tony Soprano trying to choke him, flying across the room.
When's that supposed to come out?
I think
Pretty-
towards the end of September. I
Yeah,
think.
soon.
Really? So it's a documentary about making the Sopranos?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And how much influence his own life had on it and stuff like that. David Chase,
I listened to his WTF and
Yep.
it was definitely
it's a
interesting.
good one.
Yeah. It's interesting how a lot of the creators, whether it be like writers or filmmakers or whatever that I've really liked, a lot of them are very like plain spoken.
Yeah,
And David Chase was kind of that way too. The guy who created Breaking Bad.
Vince Gilligan.
Same. I remember his interview. I don't know if it was on WTF or not, but super like Paul Thomas Anderson is that way too.
Yeah.
Unassuming.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas
I'm
Anderson
assuming.
is especially because he grew up in California and he sounds like a dude that grew up in Southern
California.
He's like he's a valley
You're
guy.
like, wait a minute, yeah, like this guy is like a film genius,
Yeah.
and he is.
Grew up
You're
in the
like,
valley.
yeah, but he sounds
Yeah.
like a goofball.
Yeah, he sounded like very unassuming.
Harmony Korine.
Yeah,
You see,
Harmony
you're like,
Korine
does
sounds
his
like a-
brain even work? Why is
that?
he allowed to?
Well, he lives in Florida now.
brain
Yeah.
work?
He made Kids. He made.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yes.
He made. What's the one with?
Kids was debatably only written by Harmony. It was made by that other guy.
Oh right, but he did make Spring Breakers.
Yeah.
He's made a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah.
The Surfer Dude with Matthew McConaughey. I think he made that.
Beach Bum.
Oh,
Beach
yeah.
Bum, right?
Huh.
And they're all, which I didn't like very much.
No. Kids is like the only one I feel that is like recommended viewing by me at least once. I don't think it's something that everyone should watch, but I will say it's like at worst the second most impactful movie I've ever seen. Like when I saw it,
Right.
I was like, I've never seen anything like this before.
yeah.
Like as a movie. Because
Right.
at first I was like, is this
Yeah, what is that? What am I
like
watching?
a snuff film or
Yeah.
like a documentary? Like I couldn't tell. Almost like a Blair Witch thing in that way. Not that it was built up to me, but it was sort of. It's hard to find too, even to this day. It's like not on any streaming services.
Right.
You have to find it like hard copy or on YouTube somewhere before it gets pulled down. But yeah, it's all the other stuff. I'm like, whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, I think I said I watched the Jim Henson documentary, and it's funny, these geniuses, these hardworking like geniuses, that they always have families, and the families are always like, yeah,
He's nuts.
yeah, we didn't see him around very
Yeah.
much. Like, he was a good dude,
Not much of
but
a dad.
yeah, we didn't know him very well until we started, like, his son worked with him, and he's like, yeah, I never had a relationship like with my dad like that before.
Right.
Like, yeah, because now you're one of his.
Now he does Groucho's arm.
Yeah. And
connect.
it's just, it's just kind of funny how that works.
Yeah, I watched a bit of it because I was like, ooh, cautionary tale maybe in some ways.
Nah, I mean, he was,
No, for myself even.
Right.
Just like a reminder of, because that's a way to go inside yourself too and not like experience your life in certain ways is to like become a workaholic.
right. And I think his story was amazing because
Yeah.
he basically couldn't help it. Like, he wanted to be in TV and make experimental films so bad that he just kept doing it.
Yeah,
and
he like
kept
compulsively
succeeding.
worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
got good at everything.
And wanted to
basically.
do it all.
Yeah.
And be, yep.
But I like, at least me, I relate to that part of it of like of just wanting to do a million things. Like I want to.
I want to relate to that part of it. And I
You just
don't.
can't.
Yeah.
You get to relate to it in a whole other way of like I didn't grow up in like a super Muppets family or anything where
Right.
like clearly you I think maybe got more of that more
I
Jim
dug the
Henson,
Muppets, yeah.
and all that.
Oh, yeah, they were
Which I-
huge.
And I was the era of Muppet Babies also.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That was my shit.
So you got that whole cool part out of it too.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, I thought they did a great job of like not demonizing him either. Like
No,
clearly
yeah.
he was a neurodivergent guy in a way
Right.
of like he was obsessed with like creating these things to the
Well, they
point
said
where it was like a compulsion.
Everybody that ever worked for him loved him. You know?
Yeah, he didn't seem like a bad guy.
No.
Yeah, usually guys like James Cameron too. The guys that are just very focused and just want to keep pushing, like
Yeah.
and you gotta get out of their way, and they'll spend years and years refining these weird
Yeah.
little skills that no one else can replicate that just stand the test of time. Like Muppets came out like the 70s, and I was a little kid, and they still use the same technology. They still use the Muppets.
The
and
way
shit.
that those puppets work, he invented that kind of puppet where you like integrate.
Oh, I remember as a
hand.
kid, like knowing like a puppet is, put a sock puppet.
Yeah.
But I'm like, watching these Muppets move. I'm like, what the fuck is going on
Yeah.
here?
And they're still
This
super
is not how it
simple,
works.
But
just
he
shot in
invented it.
yeah.
I mean, like he made
Yeah.
a new
Yeah.
type of puppet, which
And
is
even just
fucking
like
crazy.
the materials, it was cool. Like, oh yeah, this was a fucking basketball we cut in half.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that's the mouth and you're
Yeah.
talking, but it's not like there was a puppet store like
Right.
that for them, or at least not for what they wanted. It was the puppet store would have been cool though.
Been very helpful.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
The puppet store.
I
is my
need
new
3
band.
dozen googly eyes.
Well, then he like traveled Europe to like see professional puppeteers doing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, they had a way more expansive puppet history in Europe.
A long
Yeah.
puppet tradition.
Yes. Yeah. And all I got at home is my sex doll,
I dress
One
my
puppet.
penis up like a puppet. Ooh,
Little show.
it's a play. It's a play. I put like
Yeah.
the little
Put wacky arms on it.
yeah, little arms and like
It's a little stick.
the little theater like backdrop.
Yeah.
and everything, a little curtain. It's like,
You don't know where to go to. Why don't you go?
yeah, puppets are. I mean, I like them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the record and say I'm cool with puppets.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, man, a puppet in a movie, I will take practical effects over CGI all day,
Yeah.
every day.
I liked Otto and George a lot. I thought that was really funny. I like how you can make it a vehicle for like an additional voice within
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Like if you're someone who wouldn't necessarily just do a character outright, you can do it through this external.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
The puppet's saying it.
Yeah, but and I felt that way. Like
There's
really
that
great ones do that.
that
too.
movie, that old Magic, where Anthony Hopkins has that ventriloquist dummy.
Oh.
It's from like the maybe late 70s, early 80s, pre Anthony Hopkins big stardom,
Really?
where he's like killing people and he's saying that the puppet's doing it because he's got like
He's blaming the puppet.
multiple personality disorder.
Like I mean,
Or
how many
whatever.
people believe that?
Believe what?
Like he's telling people that the puppet killed everyone.
Right. I can't remember the movie well enough.
Like I'm not
but-
buying that
right.
if you tell me.
Yeah, it was.
You're like, seriously?
Yeah,
It was the puppet for real?
Like I'm not gonna hear you out.
Like, where's the puppet right now? We
Maybe a
gotta
little.
call the cops. This puppet's a real problem.
Yeah, told the puppet killed your
Yeah.
family. Okay.
Ugh. Well, you never know.
Yeah. Matt Jacobson, I believe just last evening was talking about going to a puppet museum recently.
Oh, nice.
If he's in the chat, feel free to chime in, Matt Jacobson, about the puppet museum. Shiloh can pass along the message. But the Jim, I'm trying to think what was it called? A Something Life, the Jim Henson documentary.
What the hell was it called? I just
Creative
watched
Life.
Coked up life.
it. No, none of that.
It's something.
But he wouldn't go to the doctor. That seems to be what.
Yeah. That takes some people out.
Yeah.
The puppets will cure me. You're not looking. So
Well, they were involved in the first season of SNL. Also, the Muppets were, and apparently,
Yeah, they were white hot back then.
the
late 70s.
Muppeteers, and the cast and the SNL crew did not get along at all because they were so diametrically. Because all the SNL cast members were fucking insane party animals. Oh. And the Muppet people were like
Bunch of fucking nerds.
nerdy workaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you probably
love
had
puppets.
to even work with Jim. I
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
Like you had to be clean
Yeah.
cut enough, or
Right.
whatever.
Try and keep up with them.
Yep.
Where SNL, I mean, Belushi and
Yeah.
Farley doesn't seem like they, dislike a party.
No, certainly
That's
not.
definitely not.
That movie's coming out soon.
That's another one. Yeah, there seems like a lot of kind of behind the music type shit I want to see.
Yeah.
Huh?
Heard it's really good.
Heard it's really good. Dave's got an inside source that says it's really
From the
good.
breaking news from the news desk. The
Yep.
new Saturday Night Live movie is pretty good.
Yeah, I saw
knows
that
a guy
there were
that got
talks
it off
of
the Pirate
Best
Bay.
Picture.
Oh,
Talks of Best
the
Picture
news
already.
desk is hearing Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
Whoa. Inside source again.
Get the Chiron
see.
going across the screen.
Is that called Chiron?
Chiron.
Chiron? I've never heard that.
Who gives
That's
a
what
shit?
the little scrolling banner
Yeah.
is called? Oh.
Don't know.
Never heard that before.
Breaking news.
Hey, I like learning new stuff. This is a podcast all about that.
Hey,
That's all we do is learn,
You want to learn something about me?
it's an educational
Yep.
comedy podcast.
So I was getting a tattoo recently.
Oh,
Show the
la la.
people. Show the people your tattoo.
It's peeling and kind of gross right now, but it's a skeleton playing a drum. So take that, career.
In your face.
Yeah, in your face, employment.
Yeah. He says on the podcast where we mostly talk about dicks.
Yes, not this episode.
Nice try.
Nice try. We're very professional. No, it's a recreation of a tattoo my uncle has on this part of his arm. His is colored and looks a little different, but an artist named Paul Nice, spelled Nycz. It's a Polish name.
Nice.
In our 2
Paul
hours together-
Nice.
Yes, very nice. I should have done that.
I can't help it. It's my go-to dad move.
He kind of remixed it for me. Great artist, fun follow on Instagram if you like traditional surrealist kind of tattoos.
Nice.
But while I was getting the tattoo, the artist next over in the tattoo shop had a picture on the wall. I wish I would have brought it up so Shiloh could bring it up for them and I could bring it up for you. Anyway, it's a lovely picture of a lady. It was like a drawing, a painting, I should say, of a lady with butterfly wings coming out. And then she was kind of spread eagle like this, and her pussy was showing, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is like whatever at a tattoo shop, you'll see weird stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the whole thing. Is it's countercultural a little,
Oh, right.
or like kind of brash, I guess.
Yeah.
You'll
yeah.
see that stuff at a lot of shops, is what I'm saying. But what I did not see coming was that in the during the lulls in conversation, I was like just looking around, and I got chubbed up.
This painting is making me feel a little anxious.
I was looking at the painting and like sort of drifted off for like daydreamed, got kind of horny, and then I was like,
Searing pain.
yeah, it was like this weird kind of like the 300 hand job crossing wires thing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Where
I think you got some
pain-
wires crossed again.
Yeah.
the pain and the sexy butterfly.
That
look.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yikes.
AJ gets chubbed up from pain.
Yes.
Yep.
I would hope you at some point you go, you are not nice at all. That's his name, you know?
Yes. This is quite painful, actually.
Yes.
It's quite funny when I'm not being interviewed. I think. Yeah, so that was not really a punchline there, I guess, necessarily. But
AJ got horny looking at a painting.
I got horny looking at a painting, which in and of itself is kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah.
On paper, at least. And then
It's noteworthy.
also the fact that I was able to sort of, because when you're getting tattooed for a long enough time, like I think anything past an hour, you do kind of like drift off at
sure.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, I couldn't help but think of, I don't know if it's Billy Madison, where he's like, "That's assault, brother." Where I feel like I'm probably not allowed to get chubbed up in a public place. I guess you can't help it, but what are the rules on like getting a boner in public? Like, I mean, you can't help yourself.
As long as you're not
necessarily.
flagrantly, aggressively showing it off, brandishing it, if you will.
Right.
You know.
You have to keep it conceal carry.
Yeah.
But is there a
brandishing.
law? Yeah, I wonder.
I'm sure
if anyone in the
there's-
chat knows.
I think I told my buddy's little brother got arrested or had to go to the hospital
For being too hard.
being too drunk in Iowa City, I think, and got I don't know if he had a boner or if his junk was just showing, and like a hot nurse walked past, and he goes, "Don't act like you're not impressed." I was like, "That's pretty good." I'm
sure the nurse
pretty
loved
good.
it.
Yeah.
And frankly, she was impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I can't.
I feel like I've spit some game at some nurses in hospital before. You know, like coming out of like my wisdom teeth or something, being like, "What's up, baby?"
Oh, when my appendix burst, I found like I had a whole conversation with my high school guidance counselor that I had no recollection of whatsoever.
Oh, that's good. That always makes you
She's
feel
like, remember? I was like, I had a fucking morphine drip. I don't remember
What
a
did I
goddamn
say?
thing. Yeah.
Oh, you told
Yeah.
me some crazy shit.
I had a morphine drip for days. Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Legally speaking, I have to tell someone.
Yeah, I have to report this.
Yeah.
The amount of things I've said on this podcast that I don't remember are.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've
was,
stowed that away for a rainy day.
Yeah. I suppose it was a different version of this podcast.
Yeah. A different time.
It was a different time. It was of a different era.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what they'll say when they pull those up. It was a different time.
It was a different time.
You know. I think
Is that an old fashioned camera? Do you have film in that camera?
No, it does kind of look like that though.
Oh, okay.
No, I got a lovely. I should take a picture with it right now. I took one pre-podcast. I got a fisheye lens for. This was one of the cameras I initially bought off eBay
For this?
for this.
Okay.
But then I wound up having to go with Sony instead. So I was like, I still wanted to find a use for this. And I've never had a fisheye lens, and I kind of like that look, especially for like comedy photos. I thought that'd
Yeah.
be kind of fun.
Future music videos.
Future music videos, pornos.
You name it.
Yeah. Fisheye, you know.
Sees all.
Yeah. Make my hog look sweet. But it does look kind of cool with the fisheye. So, yeah, I strapped that on. So I think that maybe gives it some extra vintagey kind of
Yeah.
look. But it's a cool little camera. It shoots video well.
Nice.
It just wasn't. This was sort of premature. I didn't do as much research as I should have. Found out that it had like some sort of limit that these didn't.
Okay.
And I couldn't return it.
Take it to the limit.
I'm back on my picture bullshit, you know.
You're gonna win it. Take it to the limit. Standing on the razor's edge. This is good content.
Pretty good.
It is. Singing songs I don't know the words to. From the Scarface montage.
That's right. The guys laughing on the phone. They're counting
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
It's a meme right now.
All right, there
Yep.
we go.
That song sounds fake. It sounds like a song
sounds
that
like a
the dude
parody.
from South Park would write.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Freedom don't come free. It costs folks like you and me.
$1.05.
$1.05. Yeah. I was going to talk about.
Scroll.
Yes.
Yes. Whatever. I'll do this.
See what I got.
We'll do it live.
No, there was something I was going to bring up, but I fucking lost it. We will do it live. Did a little digging on cats earlier today.
I'm listening.
That means he was just hanging out with some cats and he was digging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was digging on some cats today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did a little digging. Turns out they do just think we are big, stupid cats.
Yeah.
You'd mentioned that to
They
me
bring you
before.
stuff. Cats
Yeah.
will also eat you after you die.
Exhibit
Yeah.
A with the cat picture.
They'll eat the soft parts first.
No offense. I'm going to eat your face.
Yeah.
Big ups.
Dogs will wait quite a while.
Yeah, like so if you had to eat me or Alex, you can choose for this experiment.
Are you both dead?
Yes. We died.
Are you both weak?
We're both dead.
You're both
Recently dead though.
Yeah.
Of something where we're still delicious enough,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. We got hit by lightning.
We were both hit by
Okay,
lightning, so we're
yeah.
kind of seared.
Oh, you're kind of cooked already
I'm
too.
cooked, so it's smelling kind of good.
Yeah. It's piqued your interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
I'm listening.
Yeah. What part do you think you eat first?
Ooh.
Like what body part? Because I actually know mine, I think.
I wouldn't want you guys to feel bad. So I'd probably pull out your intestines and turn them into Alex sausages. I'd use your
Ooh.
intestines for Alex sausage casing.
Okay.
Actually
That's
sounds kind of
nice.
nice.
Some Alex links.
Yeah.
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 Move over,
I don't
Jimmy
know.
Dean.
I would probably taste the worst of the three of us, I would imagine.
Maybe.
All the
Hickory
cigarettes.
Not lately. Lately, because it's a light smoking now because a week has passed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all the ice
Not as
cream
much
has really
flavor.
sweetened you
That's
up. I
true.
think.
Yeah.
You're probably
Yeah.
sickeningly
I'm like
sweet.
Kobe beef.
Yes.
It's probably true.
Because I feel like the thigh would be the move on almost anyone.
They went in Alive, the movie, where they eat the people on the plane. They go ass first.
I think the booty
They're cut
cheeks would be too
chunks out of
fatty.
the ass.
That's probably tough meat right there. Your butt's doing the most work in your body every day.
And not every
Tell that to my
the
butt.
same. Yeah, Toll's butt would be slim pickings.
Yeah.
Sinewy.
Yes. Ooh. It's gamey. Yeah.
This is mostly tendons.
Yeah.
And then I said, gay? Me?
Yeah. Or even the calf. Because I feel like when the calf is not flexed, there's
Yeah.
like it's soft-ish.
That's probably like a chicken breast right there, you know?
I think that, and it's almost shaped like one too.
Yeah.
God,
You want the baby back ribs right here. That's what you want.
that would be nice.
Little spare rib action. Oh, yeah. Backstrap. There you go. You know?
Yeah. Because
Fatty. Well, in my case.
I bet it would
Human
be.
belly. I mean, we'd probably say this would be like the bacon, like pork
Maybe.
belly. Crisp it
some
up.
organ meats. Yeah. Every once in a while, I've seen not human livers.
I'd compare your livers
Yeah.
to see who'd really. Although Alex is quite a bit older, so he would win
Ooh,
that contest.
that one has a
easily.
Band-Aid on it for some reason.
How did he have flies inside of it?
Yeah. That one's smoking a cigarette. I'm pretty sure it's liver that's like the dark sort of reddish
Yeah.
purple,
Yeah.
where you can almost just slice it like little
Has
gelatinous-
lobes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people
It's already
slice up
kind
and
of-
fry liver, and it looks
Ugh.
good.
Yeah.
It ain't.
Looks like a beet.
Have you eaten liver?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's pretty.
It's like eating pennies.
Yeah, it's very iron.
Like, yep, the blood sure does filter through this thing I'm eating.
Yeah. My mom loves chicken livers, and liver is. It's a part. I mean, that's what the Native Americans, when they take a bite, at least in Dances with Wolves and the Revenant, isn't that the
Like just-
liver they take a bite out of?
I feel like it's either the heart or the liver.
Yeah. Oh, maybe in the Revenant, I think
It's
it's
never
the heart.
bladder or
No.
kidney.
Yeah.
I feel like heart and liver are the only ones you can really do that for.
Liver is also your only organ that can regenerate, I think.
That's nice.
Lose a chunk,
That's
grow a
our
chunk. You know?
chameleon or our iguana tail.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Someone grabs me by the liver. I just shake and snap part of it off and run away like an iguana.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if your dick worked like that? Where it's like if you got scared,
I would
while
have bitten it
having
off
sex-
many times. by
Yeah,
now.
Bitten it off.
it pops off and then it grows back.
As a party trick.
Sweeter.
That's the whole thing. As a party trick, young boys would never stop doing that. And finally, it doesn't grow back, and they're like, "Fuck!" I was having a
Yeah.
good time here. This is hilarious.
Yeah, because it's all randomized. It's not like it grow. It's like the next one could be very small.
Yeah. I had an iguana.
Yeah, it's that's a good point. It's random.
Right. It doesn't grow
You know, it's
linear.
not going to be the same. It could
Yes.
be bigger or smaller. You don't know.
Yeah.
You just
Yes.
don't know. You roll the dice. You get a small one. You're like, "Fuck," and you snap it off, and you wait.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Fuck," snap
But
that
you
one
still
off.
have to feel it being snapped off. You know what I mean? Like you have to go through. There has to be like,
No, it's no pain.
oh, there's no pain. Okay,
No.
that's fine.
Make a little pinch.
Yeah.
Little pinch. That's it, though.
Then I would just get like a meat slicer,
Yeah,
just stick it in there.
yeah. Make a little profit.
Then I know which. Never mind. All right.
There was somebody in Japan that did
Oh, boy.
some version of this. I'm pretty sure it's Japan. I don't want to besmirch the name, but whatever. Where a guy like went through all the legal processes and like lawfully somehow was able to like cut off his own penis, fry it up, flambe or whatever.
Little garlic, little onion,
Yeah, I think maybe he had a
little
chef.
mirepoix.
Maybe that was like the legality thing he had to follow, where like a restaurant.
This does
had to
sound
do it.
familiar.
Yeah,
This does sound
and some
familiar.
people really did eat his penis.
Huh. Well,
Yeah.
he didn't.
I don't think he ate his own penis.
Wow. Damn.
I'd have to have a taste, you know?
Well, that's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
in
Drive me crazy.
which
Cutting your penis off.
in Hannibal.
I at least want to taste.
We were talking about Ray Liotta earlier.
Yeah.
When he's
Oh, that
when
movie.
when he's Hannibal Lecter is feeding Ray Liotta his own brain.
Yeah.
I'm always like, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty soft. Nice and warm.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like lasagna.
A little ricotta in there. It's
Yeah.
probably pretty good.
Yeah. A little too bad.
There's a Band-Aid on that one, too. I don't know what's going
I
on.
have my classic eating people joke. We don't need to talk about it, but
I don't remember.
Fun Youngs.
Oh,
Fun
yes,
Youngs.
Of course. The circumcision skin.
Yeah, the foreskins of children. It's good in this context.
It's a winner.
yeah.
Big thumbs up.
Yeah. So every once in a while, I think back to that. Not of like being circumcised,
Oh, boy.
but the fact that I can't remember it. Where it's like,
That's why I said
No
I got
fair.
the other joke about babies not being real people because you can chop part of their dick off and they don't even remember it.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Doesn't
don't.
count.
I
Yeah.
really don't.
No one does.
I texted my uncle a picture of the tattoo, and he called me all excited, and he was like, "Oh, just the other day I found a picture of you. We baptized you at this Lutheran church, and there I am holding you." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't remember that.
you know?
What else did you guys do?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Did you leave me in a smoky bar?
On the floor just for a minute.
Yeah, we're just gonna go do some trucker speed real quick. We'll be right back. Who knows?
Not you.
Yeah.
It is strange to cut off the tip of a baby's penis, but
It is an odd thing to continue to do, I think.
It sure is.
Especially because they said it was for religious, but it's
like
honestly back in the old days it was for sanitary,
Yeah, like
it was
hygienic reason, yeah.
yeah,
which maybe made some amount of sense then.
yeah.
Maybe.
Where your dick gets so dirty it fucking crusts up and falls off.
That's a bad day.
Yeah,
It's not the best.
Honey, my dick crisped up and fell off today.
yeah. That was going to be the third sequel to Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
Yeah. If Rick Moranis' wife wouldn't have died.
Yeah. Honey, my dick crisped up and fell off.
Dick crisp. Classic Italian dish.
It's like fried calamar.
Yes. They did a thing on, I think it was NPR, where they cooked pig intestines, super cleaned them, and saw if they could
I hope
sell them
so.
as calamari. And if people could tell the difference, they could not.
I'm sure that's true.
People fully bought it.
Yeah, because calamari in and of itself, I feel like doesn't have much flavor when you.
No, just
even
kind of
if it is
rubbery.
yeah, it's just like a rubbery. It's more than just the thought that
Fried
you're
piece
eating
of
it.
rubbery something. You're like, this. I like fried food.
I like
Yeah.
the chili sauce I'm dipping this in.
Yes, I like calamari. And I would eat clean pig intestines too, I suppose.
Sounds like
Threat
you
me
would
at
eat,
the
Tripe.
time.
Tripe,
Oh yeah.
right?
sounds like you would eat well cleaned AJ intestines as well.
That's right. Filled with Alex meat.
That was a great answer. I will. Some Alex links are great, and they would be tasty.
Like,
Make me into meat sticks. Have a good time.
Yeah. Tyler Walsh shows up. Oh man,
I do wonder what the best.
I got the Alex links here. I'm gonna eat them all.
I'm on my rollerblades. That's another guy we should have on the podcast.
Yeah.
Old T. Walsh, if you see this, come to us,
Yeah.
please. But we have officially done an hour and 40 minutes, which means it's time to start landing this No Sleep, the podcast plane. Our flight attendants will be, locking everything up.
Return your trays.
Return your trays to your
Seats to the upright position.
Blah, blah,
That's
blah.
right. Stop
Fasten your
whacking off,
seatbelts.
sir, or we won't
Yeah.
tell you again.
Don't vape in the bathroom anymore.
Yeah, we know you smoked weed in there. Nice try.
The authorities are waiting.
Yeah. The police will enter the plane first when we land. Also, whoever airdropped their butthole to
Yeah.
everyone, the authorities have been notified.
Yeah, we suspect we know who it is.
Yeah. Ooh. Support your local girl dad. Venmo at Tobocop. This guy's raising 2 beautiful young ladies. But these girls don't pay for themselves.
That's right.
These vapes don't pay for themselves either, especially when they come like
But
that.
I mean, compared to cigarettes, they kind of do.
Yeah.
If you see Toll, tell him congratulations
Yeah.
on a week of no cigarettes. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah.
Thank you to our
Wow.
amazing executive producer, Shyla. She co-signs just about everything we do. So
She approved all this before we got on here.
Yeah.
This
We
is
can't
a-
legally do this until she signs.
Yeah, this is the second time we do all this.
Yes.
We actually do have a rehearsal.
we have
before.
teleprompters, actually.
In fact, Shiloh wrote all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Shyla's brain to our lips.
Yeah.
Black Cat ice cream for all your delicioso needs, delicioso desires.
What are some special fall flavors?
We're just about ready to start kicking them off.
I bet.
A little too early.
You
to
did say, because we had been talking about Americone Dream and Caramel Waffle Cone. You did say that
Yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna
gonna
work on
I'm gonna
that.
make that this week.
Hell yeah.
That's been my girlfriend for the last couple of days.
From Casey's again?
Casey,
There you go.
I bought out the Haagen-Dazs caramel cone from the Casey's nearest me. And so then I had to go to Price Chopper, which did not have it. And thus, I was forced to get Americone Dream.
Although, if that was yesterday, and the Ben and Jerry's was cheap as hell at Price Shopper.
I like Haagen-Dazs a little bit better, I will say, between the two. I respect Ben and Jerry's. I like that they're a little dirtier with it. Because there's just something... It doesn't feel quite as purified as Haagen-Dazs does.
Right.
But still pretty good.
Yeah,
A good second. And nothing beats Best Choice, obviously.
that's right.
That's number one. Best value.
Patreon.com/no sleep DSM is a great way to support the podcast. If you like the podcast, we do this for free.
It's true.
We do?
Yes. If you like it, you like what we do around these parts, you can sure support in any of the ways I just mentioned.
Yep.
He's on tour. Captain Roy's September 28th. Alex and Toll will not be there because they'll probably be at the Black Cat one to follow. But it doesn't mean you can't go to Captain Roy's.
When will I'm on a show? I'm on a show in October, the end of October. Also,
I'll have to reach out to your manager.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not booked.
Get Toll's representation on the
Yes.
horn.
And I think that's just about everything. Shout out Dave, as always.
The news desk.
The news desk. Dave keeps the lights on literally for us here. So we appreciate that.
he's like Motel 6.
That's right.
Keeps the lights on for us.
And And I've been AJ Simmons.
Oh, are we really ending?
I'm sad to say, but it's
I've
about
been-
that time.
Toll McGrain.
And I've been the Ice Cream King of Des Moines, Iowa, Alex Carter.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic.